Welcome back to Cut to the Banter, episode 7. My name is Hayden.
I'm Lucas.
And we just saw Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yeah.
It was good. It was solid.
Yeah,
it was very good. I just want to get right into it. Let's do rankings first, and then we can kind of build off that.
Yeah, I agree. I can go first if you want.
Go ahead.
I would put this at an 8.5. I think I am good with it being just barely under Superman within my rankings. Because I get Superman a 9. Yeah. I think I'm good with putting it just barely under. And I'll get into my reasons as to why I think Superman is better. Because I think they are very similar structure-wise. They both have their things that fall apart within the structure. But the different things that go into Superman and Fantastic Four, I think, is what makes Superman just a little bit better, and we'll get into that. But what about you?
I am at a 7.5 right now, and I think
I don't hate that. I'm a little
that moves Superman up to a 9 for me.
Yeah,
as I've thought about it, that moves Superman up to a 9.
This guy, he watched Superman 2 times back to back.
So good, bro.
And that's
so
awesome.
Good. I'm obsessed with David Corn's as Superman, bro.
Okay, honestly, I think.
All right, let's get off the Superman. We've talked so much about Superman. we need to talk about Fantastic Four.
Okay, all
right. So let's get the negative stuff out of the way. I have I think three specific gripes that I have with this movie and why it's a 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
First of all, going right into the movie, the opening scene it kind of took me out of it. Like,
okay.
I genuinely don't know what it is, but I feel like on a rewatch, that gripe will go away because I will be familiar with these characters.
Yeah.
But
and I've heard that a lot. I think is this idea of a second rewatch, like you'll be ready for what comes.
Yeah.
And I watched a non-spoiler review, and so I was kind of ready for some of the gripes.
Yeah.
And so for me, like the opening scene, I did the opposite for me. Like I was so ready to just jump into this world, and it was really. I loved the 60s futuristic style. Like it just worked for me. This movie. Like there's some movies where I'm like, this is weird, but I think the prop design on everything is just it was fantastic.
Not again. I think like as you talk about it, I think it might have been I was just not expecting it at all.
Yeah.
Like I was just expecting something else. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm excited for a rewatch. I think that gripe will go away with a rewatch. I think the main thing that I was like, the main thing that makes it a 7.5 for me was the ending.
Yeah.
Like, and the ending wasn't terrible.
No. But
I don't know. I was not invested as much as I thought it was going to be. Even like I was emotional. Not okay. That's spoilers. We'll get there. But like I got emotional at the end of at the end of what was happening. But
that was because of Pedro Pascal's acting.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
Because I agree with you. I just don't think the ending has that much of a problem on me, and I'll get further into why I think that. But
I think it for me. I think 2 things. It felt like it dragged out a lot, and it was like I didn't know where it was going. And I wasn't like excited for that. I was just like, what is happening right now? It was more of like a confused, like I don't understand where this is going right now. I think I had, as I was watching, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. Oh, I know where this is going. And then it just never happened.
Yeah.
And I think that was because like they had so many plans. They're like, oh, we're going to do this now. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to do this now. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to do this now. Oh, no, we're not. And I was just like, I was kind of like, oh my goodness, what is going on right now? Like,
And because I think for me, as I was thinking about this going into the movie, because we are recording this episode a couple days after we watch it, and so I've had some time to mull on it. Um, I actually, I as I'm thinking about it, I think on second watch, I will love that instead of hate it, because like as you go through this movie, you kind of understand Mr. Fantastic's who he is, and I think that sequence you'll just be like, oh, this is really cool. So
that's fair.
We can talk about that later in spoilers, but I think as I've been mulling on it, but at first I do agree with you. Like I was kind of like, bro, what are we doing right now? Like what? But I think it was really cool.
I think the third thing, and it is kind of all expectations, but I wanted it to be more experimental and more different than any MCU movie we've gotten, just because of the setting it's in.
Yeah.
And because I feel like the MCU recipe is getting stale.
Yeah.
And that's partly why people are, the whole conversation is like, is the MCU dead? Like, are we back? And like all these conversations, even though I feel like we've probably had the same amount of hits within these last two as we had in the first three, but it feels different.
It feels different because we went from such a big high to just devastating lows. And
I hated Far From Home. So
all right. All right. But also worse than that, the last two phases have literally meant nothing.
Exactly.
And so I think, the whole thing is like, oh, is the MCU back?
Yeah.
It's more that the MCU now has a plan that hasn't been completely killed by one of their main actors. So
we're kind of, I think I want to get more into this a little bit later, but I think what we're expecting an Endgame with Doomsday and Secret Wars, and I don't think that's what we're getting.
Yeah,
I think we're getting more of an Avengers 1, where like this is setting it up.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what they have to do. You can't do an Endgame
and
with what we have.
I don't think we should have to expect that.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of expecting Doomsday to be Secret Wars.
Right.
Like with this huge event. Yeah. It's like, no.
But with the, this is getting off a little bit, but with what Kevin Feige has been saying, talking about how like Secret Wars is going to soft reset the MCU.
Yeah.
I feel like that inevitably is like, well, this has to be a big event. Like it's going to reset the MCU. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. But I mean, like Doomsday, like we're comparing Doomsday to Secret War.
Right. But Secret Wars comes out a year after.
Yeah.
Like what movies are going to come in between that's going to set up all this? Like, I don't know.
I agree. And I understand the gripe, and I really do. And I've been feeling it as well.
Yeah.
And
I think it just like scared that like, wow, this is going to suck.
Yeah. And especially like, I love this movie so much. I really hope they keep this continuity and push that into the soft reboot.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they don't, it's going to make so many people upset.
Yeah. I don't know.
And but I mean, also like this might just be a little tease of what we get for Fantastic Four.
Right. Yeah.
But
I hope we see Fantastic Four way more. I want to talk about more of that too. Their chemistry was great.
Their chemistry
was awesome. Do you have like what are your negatives?
I think probably the same thing. It
doesn't knock it down as much.
It doesn't knock it down as much, and especially like the ending. Some people hated the ending. Like it knocked it down a lot for them, and I don't completely understand, but I do understand that it wasn't the best ending, and I do have my gripes with it. But I think other than that, really, really nothing. Like I enjoyed 90% of this movie.
Yeah.
Like I think before the very last, like literally 10 minutes or so, I was like, or maybe 20 minutes, just because that last fight scene does kind of go long.
It does.
I was like, dude, like this is on par with Superman. I was ready to just give it that 9, maybe 9.5.
Yeah.
But but the ending does knock it down a little bit. So that's all for me. Really, is the ending.
There's a ton of positives for this movie. I mean, and I think that's like getting into a little bit of like my philosophy of ranking. I think I see like a 10 and a 9 as like, wow, that is a great movie.
Yeah.
And like it could just be a difference of like the ranking in our head. Like
for sure.
Like,
and I 100% agree. For me, it is like that as well. But I'm a lot easier on movies. So like if I enjoy it, man. And I guess part of like I haven't really had to rank movies before this.
yeah.
And so, or really wanted to.
Yeah.
But as I've been doing this, I do understand like, we're not cinephiles or anything like that. We like superheroes.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna.
I'm probably closer to a cinephile than you are.
Yeah, but, exactly. And that's totally fine. And but I do understand I'm way, way, way easier on movies than most people are.
Yeah.
And you'll see that in my rankings. Like he ranked Man of Steel a 4. I gave it a little bit higher score than that.
That movie, dude. All right, I'll go off. So, all right.
Now, what are your positives?
Yeah. So, I think the number one thing that I thought coming out of this movie was like, I'm so glad it was not just a vehicle for Doomsday, for setting up Doomsday.
Yeah.
Like as much as we were just talking about like, we like, where's Doomsday going? I still like the movies just aren't good if it is just completely aimed towards setting up another movie.
I 100%.
And I think we're going to see that this movie did what the original MCU movies did, where it's like it had that, but it still set up these Avengers movies, these team up movies so well.
Yes, dude, that end credit scene, like I got chills.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Like, and it wasn't this like huge connecting piece,
right?
But it was fast and abrupt, and you were just like on the edge of your seat, but it connected,
and
pieces.
It gives you. There's so much like, wow, there's so many potentials of what can happen now.
Exactly.
And it gives so much information, but not that much at the same time. Like, I'm really excited to talk about that because I think I have a lot of stuff noted down about that.
So positive, the end credit scene was amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge positive.
Self-contained story that wasn't dominated by outside motivation.
Yeah. And like the way they integrated, like the real world with some of the key things that they gave it.
Yeah.
Man, like I don't know if this is a spoiler or anything, but the whole Jack Kirby thing. That was so cool to see that, like a comic book movie. Really,
it's the first time we've really seen Jack Kirby recognized.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's always been Stan Lee.
Exactly,
and I can get into that whole thing. Like Stan Lee didn't deserve all the credit he got. I love Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Stan Lee is amazing. Stan Lee is the reason we have the Marvel we have.
Yeah.
But there's people like Jack Kirby that actually came up with these characters that don't get appreciated.
Yeah.
And I can talk a long time about creator owned comics and stuff.
We can structure that a little bit.
Yeah. I think another huge positive, the visuals.
Yes, dude.
I think I keep trying to think of movies that have better visuals than this and in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I just can't think of any. Like I think maybe Shang-Chi, but I think Shang-Chi is more like the CGI is super impressive.
Yeah.
The visuals, like it's not like, wow, that's really cool. It's just like these monsters look great. They don't just look stupid.
Yeah.
Like
and honestly, like there was only one part in this movie where I was like, okay, the CGI is a bit wonky, but it was on one specific thing that is, I think, insanely hard to CGI.
Yeah.
And we can go into that further.
Right.
But I agree, like the visuals, the CGI, all of it was fantastic. Like one of the scenes, I was so impressed. I was like, dude, this looks so inspired by Interstellar. Like
yeah.
It was so, and the way that they implemented like how smart Reed Richards is and everything and all that. It just was. They put care into that scene, and it really showed. It was amazing.
Yeah, like Yeah, the just from the 60s retrofuturistic aesthetic, like, was amazing. I
Yes.
absolutely love getting to see all of that.
Yeah.
To the thing. The thing looked absolutely
He looked so good.
amazing.
Yes.
He
I love
looked
the little
so
big
good.
eyebrows.
Yes.
That looks so
Yes.
cool on him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, the visuals were just like,
And you know, the transition scenes like we talked about in Superman.
yeah.
There wasn't really
Yeah.
any of that, but there was some really cool cinematography moments that you appreciate, man.
I think that's a big positive with this movie is I think you have movies like The Marvel, which I think The Marvels was fine.
Yeah.
You have movies like
Even like Shang-Chi.
and like movies like that where it's like, yeah, this is a fine movie, but like it felt like it was just a cog in the machine that like this is a movie that's going to make money that will further the MCU, and like it didn't feel like the people cared about what they're making. Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Like movies like that.
crap.
Like I absolutely love Wanda. I love WandaVision. And like that was the most depressed I've ever been about a movie ever. I was like, what did they do to
one of your favorite
Scarlet
characters.
Witch, bro?
Yeah.
Like, did they even watch WandaVision? No. There's no way the person that created that watched WandaVision.
No, for real. So yeah, and I agree. Like there were moments where you were just like they really thought about this and put this care into making it look really, really cool.
There's just something about, you can just tell when people actually care about their job and like what they're doing.
Okay.
I think another part of the visuals is the suits. What did you think of the suits? I
think these are the most comic book accurate suits.
I disagree. The OG 2005 are the most comic book accurate.
No.
100%.
The Iron Man suit is nothing like the comic book.
No, like the
oh, you mean
like the 2005 Fantastic Four movie?
Really?
Are you talking about like MCU comic book accurate,
yes,
or just or Fantastic Four?
Well, I kind of wasn't thinking about the OG Fantastic Four
because those are 100% the most comic accurate. They look like the Jack Kirby ones.
Yeah. But I think within the MCU, I mean, because you can look at Deadpool and Wolverine; those are very comic book accurate suits. Yeah. But just with the Johnny Storm, the way that the fire looked on him, the way that the suit looked when it was on fire was fantastic.
That was great. Say that again.
Deadpan, completely deadpan. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, like I said, I think the 05 suits are the most comic book accurate.
Yeah. I have to go back and rewatch those movies.
I just watched it last week. I think the characters are great, and it is it's a very fun movie, inevitably, because I enjoy these characters.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans as the Human Torch is great. But it's just like the plot falls flat. I want to watch Rise of the Silver Surfer again, because I've heard that one is terrible, but I want to watch it.
Oh, going back to the visuals, the Silver Surfer visuals,
bro. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. They're amazing. Yeah. They're absolutely amazing.
If you were expecting to see a really cool Silver Surfer, you're gonna be blown away.
Yes,
like it'll meet your expectations and go beyond. It's just so.
Shia LaBeouf was such a good character in this movie.
I agree.
Like, oh my goodness.
So trying to think anything else. Visuals were really good.
Yeah, visuals were amazing.
The structure was kind of the problem.
Yeah, I think pacing and like just the.
Yeah, I think, and like I said, the pacing is good for me.
Yeah,
as I understand the characters a little bit more. But I definitely understand that last bit just because I think the pacing of like the first, I mean, for me, maybe the first hour and 50 minutes. I mean, because this movie's like 2 hours, 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 2:20. I think it's super close to Superman.
And it was just wonderful for me.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Did you try not to say fantastic there?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Go watch Fantastic Four.
For real.
This is your spoiler warning. Go watch it.
Oh, we're getting into spoilers now?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's do it. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to talk about this freaking movie.
Okay.
We've been not talking about this movie, and it's been killing.
Yeah.
I think, and it's been really good because, like I said, I've been able to mull this over, really get some thoughts about it and stuff. But, dude.
Okay. I'll come back to this then until after we talk about spoilers. But
so yeah, go watch Fantastic Four. This is another one. We've talked about Superman not being brainless slop. This is another one. This is not brainless slop. Yeah. They really took care of this movie. They really took care of Fantastic Four characters. So you want another one to impact your life and to make you a better person? Go watch this movie. Let it inspire you. And I think that's kind of become our, like, the way we see movies. Like, movies are something that we want to make us better and inspire us and stuff and make us more creative. So this is one of those movies where I can confidently say, go watch it and be inspired.
Yeah. All right. Get into spoilers. We're getting into spoilers. This is your warning.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Silver Surfer literally surfing on the lava is the coolest thing I've seen.
Dude, and like, when he surfed on the like dust in the in the black hole was so cool.
Yes.
Dude.
We were like I tried to like keep neutral, like just trying to like so we can talk about this movie and not know, but like literally I jumped in my seat when she started surfing on the lava. That was so cool. Yeah, like, and again, that just goes into the visuals. Like, just absolutely amazing visuals.
So good. The black hole looked so cool.
Yeah,
and I think the best scene of this movie is her the birth scene with Franklin and like Reed Richards and all of them. Like seeing Reed like tell them exactly what speed they have to get to get out of the black hole while helping her birth the child. Yeah. Like it just shows you how smart this guy is.
Yeah.
Like the kind of things that he can do. And they really did a good job of making Galactus scary through Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Like all I could think of was like, of course Galactus has Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Like of course, she is just this force to be reckoned with. Everything that she did in that was just so good. It was,
bro. Yeah, the lines that she had to hit just as hard in the movie.
Yeah,
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. That was so good.
Oh, man.
All right. Galactus did feel like a real threat, but I think that the main thing, I don't know. I just like when I think about like Invisible Woman, like pushing him for like literally 5 minutes straight. Like,
see, okay, for me, the last thing that I can remember that I was like, really invested into this was like when Galactus like jumps in the water and you see him towering over these buildings and stuff. I was like, that's sick. I can't wait to get this. Yeah. And then some of the fight scenes, I was like, and then when we got into to her pushing him, I was just like,
But like the more I think about it, the more I don't have as much of a problem with it, because like Invisible Woman is supposed to be like, she is genuinely insanely powerful. I mean, and this is like Mama Bear mode. Like literally her child is getting taken by this thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like she was doing it on her own.
Yeah.
Like the thing that moment, like where he was knocking down that. Dude,
so that was one of the coolest things to me, because like that looks like something that's ripped out of a comic book movie. Like having Johnny literally create this what would you call it, like a super punch through the thing, and like that was really cool to me. Like I enjoy that because
it's clobbering time.
And I love that bit of like, I don't actually say that, and then like seeing how the TV show is what actually gave him his catchphrase is really fun. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know how I feel about Galactus in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that I heard is he's a Nexus event.
Okay, that was one of the things I was going to bring up. He's a Nexus being, so that means there's only one of him within the Marvel multiverse.
Yeah. So he's in Earth 828, Universe 828.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
So I wonder if we'll see him again in 616.
I mean, if with the soft reboot, that could be part of it.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
Like even with Secret Wars, we could easily see him.
Yeah, I guess so.
With him being after Franklin, we see Doom is after Franklin.
Yeah.
I really think we might see him again.
Okay. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I think the other thing I said, I wish Galactus was more purple.
Really?
He felt more. He felt. I just for some like Man of Steel popped in my head where his colors were so muted in this world that was so bright and vibrant.
Okay, but he was really purple when it was like daylight.
It was so dark purple though. Like,
I know. He looked
give me
so
the comic
good.
book just like straight purple.
I know. I get it. I do.
Especially in this world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not going to affect anything.
Yeah.
But
okay, well, I think let's start at the beginning. You didn't like the beginning, or it kind of was off-putting too.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable watching it. I was
like what about it?
I don't know.
And like it starts with her saying she's pregnant, right?
Yeah. It's that he's like looking for like the iodine and like.
Oh, come on! I mean, I understand it because I'm married. That is definitely something I'm doing.
Yeah,
searching and not like. I guess for me that was just like, oh, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
like that's kind of a cool stereotype that they put in it. But I mean, I could get.
I don't know. I don't know why I was uncomfortable. I think, like I said at the beginning, it just wasn't what I was expecting to open the movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I watching right now? Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about their performances. Like, okay, what was your favorite performance? The whole movie. Who was your favorite actor?
Oh man, that's really tough. That's really tough. I want to give it to Pedro for that scene with what's the lady who plays Sue?
Julia Gardner.
Yeah.
Or no, Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby. Like that end scene where like she's dead.
Yeah.
And he like like that. I was really like, oh, this sucks, bro.
Yeah.
He convinced me that she was dead. And that's the biggest. That is the most important part to make something emotional is convincing me this person actually died.
Yeah. Especially in a comic book movie.
Exactly. And so that scene, I'm trying to think. I mean, the lady who did Shallow Ball, Silver Surfer.
Julia Gardner. That's
Julia Gardner. She did a really good job. But I think like I don't think she had the room to be this great actor in it. She was given like hard lines and she delivered really well.
Yeah.
The voice for Galactus was really, really good. Yeah. He did a good job. The Thing, I like Ben Grimm.
Evan Moss Backrack.
Yes.
I am such a fan of his.
Yeah. He's really, really good. I don't know. I think I have to give it to Pedro. And I'm a main character. Fair. I'm a main character guy. Like you ask me who my favorite characters are, they're almost always going to be the main character.
Right. So I think I have to say my favorite is Pedro as well.
Yeah.
He just delivered. Yeah. He delivered as Reed Richards.
Yeah.
My biggest surprise was Human Torch.
Yes.
I was not honestly excited for Joseph Quinn as the Torch. I was like, the only thing I'd ever seen him was Stranger Things. I didn't like Eddie in Stranger Things. And so I was like, I wasn't excited. Yeah. But man, I was blown away.
Man, you're gonna get so much hate for that. That's crazy. That's such a crazy.
I didn't like season 4 of Stranger Things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't watch it, but I've seen so much love for Eddie. It's insane.
Okay, I guess it wasn't that I didn't like him. I just didn't like season 4.
Okay.
So I didn't care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest surprise was Joseph Quinn.
Yeah.
I was blown away by him in this movie.
Yes. See, okay, and this will play into why the ending doesn't bother me so much. His whole like side quest thing was so cool. Like him
yes.
That was so cool. Like because at the beginning we're convinced all of these guys are geniuses.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, we can obviously see that Ben is pretty smart. He's this crazy pilot. He's piloting this spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Sue's very smart. Like you just see that in some of the things she
Yeah.
does. Reed Richards is obviously insanely
The
smart.
smartest man alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't really see like and Johnny's whole stigma. He's the pretty boy.
Right. And I think that's interesting. Like, you know, we've seen Michael B. Jordan in Fantastic, which like I think I don't know. Okay, I need to watch that movie again because I love those actors.
I
And
just
like
watched
I think
the breakdown of it, bro.
it's been so long since I've seen it.
My gosh.
And like you have Chris Evans as Human Torch in the OG. Like that just is an amazing casting. I love that.
Yeah. He's literally one of the hottest men alive.
Yeah, and like
and that's the point of
but like and
Human
like
Torch.
But I enjoy. I don't know. I think I've seen some people with the gripe that it's like Joseph Quinn isn't hot enough to play.
Yeah.
But like I don't care about that at all, really.
Yeah. You can convince me, especially in this universe, that Human Torch is beloved by everyone.
Yeah.
You can convince me that. And I'm not like, really? You think everyone loves this dude?
And like we didn't see that as much in this as we do in the OG Fantastic Four. Like that is a big part of those movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it I think this is a much more different Fantastic Four than those OG movies because like these guys are beloved.
Yeah,
they are absolutely loved,
and they're like one of the only superheroes on this planet. They are the protectors of the planet.
Yeah, which in those original ones, you know, you have the thing where like everybody's like disgusted by the thing, which I think is interesting in those movies. But I just enjoy this much more. It just shows a less pessimistic humanity.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's one of the things that I did really enjoy. Like him, he still wears the hat and the trench coat kind of, and you know, he's going to his old neighborhood.
Yeah.
I love those moments with the Thing because it was just sweet finally seeing a character of the Thing being loved.
Honestly, the more I think about it, I might have to give it to Evan Moss Backrack. Man, I just loved it. I think there was less of him, and that might be why I lean towards Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
But like, man, he just did such a good job. And it's harder because, you know, he's in the motion cap suit. It's not actually him that you see.
But his voice is so good.
So good.
Yeah. And like, and you know, so much of their acting comes from the script. And like we said about Henry Cavill, like, he's a great actor. He was just handed an awful script that he had no room to act. Yeah. And so that's where, like, for me, I think I have to give it to Pedro just because he was handed the most room to act and he delivered on every single aspect of what he was asked to do. Sue did a good job, like being the mama that will not give up her son.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Even whenever her husband was considering it, but that whole moment where he's like, "I have to think of the horrible things." Yeah, that was just so good, dude.
I think Vanessa Kirby was the weakest.
You think so?
100%.
Well, yeah, I agree, but it's not like she did a bad job.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she was the only one that I was like, I could see somebody else playing this character. You know, like I was like, I think Evan Moss Backrack is great as a Thing. I think Joseph Quinn is great as Human Torch. I think Pedro Pascal is great as Reed Richards. But I was like, I think it could be somebody else for me, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah. And here's an interesting question. You know how we say like RDJ is Iron Man. You don't see him as anything else. Yeah. Are any of these actors in that category?
Evan Moss back there, and I think that might be aided by the CGI.
Yeah,
like the CGI in the 05 one isn't great. The one in the 2015 one just looks weird.
Yeah,
it's
the rocks look super dark for some reason,
and it's like it's supposed to be this like super realistic take on what the thing would look like. And
yeah,
it's a comic book movie,
and that movie is about body horror. Like that's what the director tried to make it. Yeah. Is this like body horror type thing, and so yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm kind of leaning towards that with Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, just because of the way he acted. The brilliance of Reed Richards was so good.
Here's my thing. Right now, when I think of Reed Richards, I think of the 05 person because he looks so much more like Reed Richards than Pedro Pascal does. Pedro Pascal acts absolute circles around that guy in this movie. So, yeah. Like Pedro Pascal is a million times the actor.
And that's where for me it's like I'm okay with sacrificing.
Yeah. Yeah. That. Like I even though that's who I see, Pedro Pascal did an amazing job.
Yeah.
I don't think he's typecast like RDJ is in my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Let's one last thing on this: the chemistry between them.
Oh,
which
yes,
is absolutely amazing.
Yes,
and that's the main theme of this movie is the family.
Yes. We've been given such hopeful movies, bro. Literally one about keeping hope during hard times, and then one about just absolutely loving your family. Yeah. That's a great messages, man.
And it just it makes it work so much more with the chemistry of these four.
Yes.
Like the chemistry between what is Tim Twitch's name?
Joseph.
No. What is his name in the movie?
Oh
my gosh. Why can I not think of it? Ben Grimm, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Storm. Why can I not remember? Johnny Storm. Goodness gracious. I'm actually I'm a fake fan.
I'm a fake fan.
Like the chemistry between Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm was just immaculate.
And this is one thing that I really, really enjoyed. Like every single one of them had a moment with each other, and it all felt so good.
Like the relationships were all different. Like yes. the relationship between Reed Richards and Ben Grimm was vastly different than the relationship between Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm. And the relationship between Reed Richards and Johnny Storm was so much like a brother-in-law relationship. Sure. And like the one I don't know if I necessarily felt the connection between Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of a moment where I was kind of like, I don't know about this.
I think
honestly, it's probably the opening scene. That was probably the weakest for them.
Yeah,
and that kind of
that's what opened their relationship for me. Like,
because I can definitely see, and as we're thinking about this, I think this is a moment where I think Vanessa Kirby is like I agree with you.
Yeah,
she could be someone else. Sue Storm could be someone else. Because I kind of do like that first scene is kind of. I think their whole thing is a little.
It's not that the relationship with Bette was bad. I think it's the weakest relationship in the movie, and it's supposed to be like, in a way, the most important relationship in the movie. Yeah. It's like they're married, right? Yeah. I'm like, I didn't, and I think it's because it's very unconventional. You have the smartest man alive, your superhero.
Although, man. I think the opening scene was the weakest between them, but they had two of the most impactful scenes. The scene with them talking about sacrificing Franklin, like that whole scene of her being so mad at Reed for even thinking about that, and him. Like explaining to her, I have to be like this.
And those interactions took me out of the movie every time.
Man, that's insane.
And I don't know why.
See, because I love, and this will get into more of like why the scenes at the end when they're trying to like figure out how to get away from Galactus.
Yeah,
don't take me out as much. But like that's who Reed Richards is. Like, he is the smartest man alive.
Yeah.
And so he's going to have such difficult relational stuff.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And, you know, I just...
I think that's another one of those things where I really want to watch it again. I want to see it. With me understanding these characters, I want to see... I just want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I think is what it comes down to. Yeah. I think, Julia Gardner, great. You know, the scenes between the Silver Surfer and Johnny Storm were amazing. Like, you could genuinely tell when, you know, she was being like the Silver Surfer and trying, like, warning these people about, like, this incoming threat. And then that scene where Johnny flies after her and grabs her board, and it was kind of, you could feel some empathy on her face.
Yes, and that scene with Johnny, whenever he's trying to explain to them that interaction that he can't.
Yeah.
That was so cool, because I think, like, from movies, we just expect this, like, they understand everything they need to understand. And so having this moment where he doesn't know how to explain, or he doesn't know how to explain this interaction that he had, but it wasn't a bad interaction, was very cool for me to see. Like, I really, really like that, because it was kind of like, that was kind of like crazy to see this person who just heralded your destruction, and then to see this kind of kindness in their eyes, and him to be kind of like, I have no idea how to talk about this. It was really good to me. I love that.
We kind of got into this already. What was your favorite sequence in the movie?
Favorite sequence? I mean, that sequence when Franklin's being born is so intense. It was real, and the visuals were just spectacular. Although, like, some of these little moments are just so good. Like the moment when they get back, everyone's expecting everything to be good, and he's like, "Sorry guys, we couldn't stop Galactus."
Yeah.
And I've heard a little bit of, like, why would he tell them that he asked for their child or whatever? Like, these are the guys everybody loves.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that, and it's because they're honest. And so for me, to see them tell them that didn't seem out of character to me.
I was like, at first I was like, why the heck would he tell him that? But then I was like, I think it makes sense.
It made sense. And then, like, that's a good seeing him, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The smartest man alive saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a great scene. But then when Sue asks Franklin, and she says, I will not sacrifice my child for the world, but I will not sacrifice the world for my child.
Yeah.
That was like, it inspired people.
Yeah.
And they were like, we can trust these guys. These guys are going to get us out of this mess.
Yeah. I think my favorite and the best are two different. I think the best is obviously the chase sequence. Like them the best, like them leaving Galactus' ship and the Silver Surfer, you know, chase scene, and Johnny Storm fighting Silver Surfer, and then, you know, Franklin being born.
Yeah, that's definitely the best.
And the whole scene of them, like, putting Silver Surfer into the black hole, them baiting her into the black hole, and then them slingshotting around the black hole again. Like, that whole sequence is amazing.
And it, like, to me, it was like, oh yeah, this is something the smartest man could come up with.
Yeah.
It felt smart.
My favorite, though, I think, was just, like, there was the like beginning montage, like, where, like, we saw you know, the Future Foundation being established.
Dude.
We saw them fighting that. I think it's like Gigantic or something is the name of that green thing, where that is issue number 1 of Fantastic Four, and them fighting, and that was so cool. Yeah. I was literally like, oh my gosh, like I jumped up in my seat, and seeing Mole Man,
they did such a good job with Mole Man.
Seeing all of these OG Fantastic Four villains, but like ones that are kind of hard to adapt into a movie. That was just so great. I absolutely loved that. And then also part of that scene, seeing the Latveria sea being,
Yes.
which we will talk about that.
Yes.
I have so much to talk about with that. Like that was amazing. That was so cool. That whole sequence was so fun.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like the usual cameo fest of an MCU movie, because it was like, this is stuff that like only people that like know the source material would get.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was stuff in there that I didn't get because I don't know it all.
For sure.
And I think that was my favorite part.
That's awesome. I love that. That was a really, really good part. Okay, so
do we want to get into talking about Doom and stuff?
I think we should talk about our gripes with the ending.
Okay, yeah, let's get.
So you don't like the fact that no,
you kicked the camera.
You don't like the fact that they had to change their plan like 5 times.
I don't know if it wasn't that I didn't like it. I think that's what made me like kind of like stunned. I was like, I don't know what is going on right now. And like, I don't know. I really don't know how to put it into words, but the ending sequence just, it felt, I mean, like I said, like I didn't know what was going on. I think that's the main thing.
Because like for a lot of people, they're like the last half of the movie is just not good. For me,
I think
it was more like
it was from that moment after he, stepped onto this earth, onto Earth, to when he got sucked into the black hole. And I want to talk about her death scene, because I don't think I dislike the death scene. Like other people have a lot of gripes with the death scene. I don't think I do. But I think the main thing was like Galactus did not feel. At that point, he didn't feel like a threat. When he was on, like I felt like they were like the whole him like going to walk into the thing, like, oh, and then and stopping and going and walking, like I don't know, it didn't.
I can give that to you because it definitely felt more like Silver Surfer was the threat, because they're getting ready to.
Silver Surfer is the one that actually did it, like that actually the reason they weren't able to teleport the Earth.
Exactly.
Okay, I was so convinced that they were going to teleport the Earth, and it was going to do the Secret Wars thing, the whole incursion thing.
Yes.
Or and it was going to be 616.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense with the end credit scene of Thunderbolts, and we'll talk about that because I think that's right. Okay, I was so convinced at the chase scene that they were going to pop out into the 616 universe, and that whole thing. I was like, this has to be where this happens, right? This has to be where this happens. I'm kind of glad they didn't, but I was so expecting that.
Yeah, and I think that this will kind of play into the negative that I kind of saved. It's not really a negative. It's just kind of more like me confused.
Yeah.
But so like kind of going back to like that whole sequence of their plans having to change so many times. Yeah. I definitely understand. Like if I came to it the same way you did, I would have been completely like, oh, what the heck is going on? But I think because I was kind of prepared for it, that like as I thought about it, it was such a vital character development for Reed Richards.
I think it makes sense, and it shows how big of a threat this guy is.
That's the smartest.
But I think that's one that
had to rethink things over and over and over.
I think that's one of the I don't know. Like even though like he was a threat, it just didn't feel like his presence was equal to that threat. Like his presence in that ending scene, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen?
Because like whenever the thing got thrown,
I
was so anxious. I was like,
really?
Like, because I was expecting him to kind of throw him to the side.
Yeah.
But him going literally into space, I was like, oh, frick, what's about to happen?
Yeah.
And so, to me, that was a moment when I was like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is supposed to be this crazy, strong character, and he just gets thrown to the side like it's nothing.
I don't know. I think for 0.2 seconds, I was like, oh gosh, what is about to happen? But you immediately see Johnny Storm after him, and I'm like, okay, he's fine.
is it because Galactus is bigger in the comics?
I think that might be part of it because, like, in my brain, Galactus is this person that's literally bigger than Earth and eats it, and it's not like this, like, oh, we have to grind it up so I can eat it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but like,
but that's the thing.
How do you adapt that?
Yeah,
and I 100%.
How do you adapt that, and how are they supposed to fight that?
Exactly, and I understand that.
Yeah,
they beat him in the Lego Marvel superhero movie or game. That's like my favorite game of the time. I saw this one thing that I was like, if Galactus is a Nexus being and he's gotten thrown into a black hole 3 times in the Lego Marvel superhero game, in this and in Fantastic
that's crazy.
Four,
that's crazy.
Fantastic, yeah. Yeah. Like he gets thrown into a black hole in that game.
It's like the only way to stop this guy.
No, exactly, and I think that's the thing where it's like, I don't know. I think maybe I don't like Galactus as a villain, and that might be the thing where it's like he is so hard to adapt into like actually being interesting.
Yeah, unless you have someone who is the size of him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like
and then it just becomes like the kaiju fights or whatever.
Yeah, it's not action. Cool. It's just like outthinking him.
Yeah,
and I think that's fine. Yeah. And again, I think I'm really excited to watch this movie again because I'm ready for that, and I'm like, okay, I'm excited for this.
Like for me. Like, when they got him into the black hole, I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
And then him, like,
I did not expect that.
I was like, oh, no. Yeah. What is happening? And then, okay, so this is where I think the biggest gripe for the ending is that everything felt very convenient. Like, there were moments where it was just like, the whole trope of tapping into this potential that you never knew you had or whatever. Like that's what Sue did.
Yeah.
And then like the last minute save from what's her face? Shallow Ball.
Yeah.
And then her coming back to life because of Franklin. Like I understand those 3 gripes.
Yeah.
And
that one I don't have a problem with. The Franklin one. See, and the Shallow Ball one I don't have a problem with either, to be honest.
No. It's the Sue one that just kind of is like.
Yeah.
Why is she?
Yeah, that one. It's like and like watching it, I'm like, what? But like it makes sense to me. But like even like within the movie, it's just like, we could have wrote this better. Mm-hmm. Like, why is she pushing him for 5 minutes? Yeah. It would have been so much more dramatic if it was this like big, huge push.
Yeah. Instead of dragging.
Yeah.
And that's where my gripe is like,
but
like those 2 points with Shallow Ball and Franklin, both of those are justified. Like
I think so.
I think if the thing with Shallow Ball didn't happen, I would have been like, why the heck did Johnny do
exactly
whatever he did? Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like so her being told through someone literally figuring out her language and saying like this is what you did. Yeah. I understand you were trying to protect your world, but so am I. Yeah. And her being like seeing Johnny want to make that final play because he constantly, and I think this is where like understanding the characters, it kind of has the same pitfall as Superman. We have to go into this lived-in world,
right?
Like you understand Johnny is this selfish pretty boy, like that's his character. But to see him like do something insanely smart, and then to want to be the one to make the sacrifice play. That's character development.
That part, like when he said, tell Franklin Uncle Johnny says he loves you. I was like, I got chills.
Yeah, I'm getting chills right now.
And like, I wish they would have I wish they would have dragged that out a little bit. Right. I wish we might have like been able to see him like almost get there.
Yeah.
But I think it was fair the way they did it.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of like I think the ending has some pacing issues. You should have strung that out a little bit more, but not strung out the Mr. Fantastic being stretched.
Yeah.
Because if this is Galactus, he should just rip him apart.
Exactly.
So I definitely get that. It should have been like stretching for like 5 seconds and you kind of see him rip and then it stops. And so I definitely understand some of the pacing issues with it. And like those little switches would have done a lot, I think.
Yeah.
But everything is justified. To me, that's where
I think so.
Like you have all the people that are going to say, why the heck is Shallow Ball a woman? Or whatever. Like, why is Silver Surfer a woman? Just because they don't know any other comics or whatever. Yeah. But they justified
it being Shallow Ball.
Exactly.
Because, Norman, is it Norman? No, what is the OG Solar Surfer's name? Let me see.
Oh, what's his name? It's right at the tip of my tongue. No.
Norman. No. What is your name, bro? Bro, why can't I not find his name? Norrin Rad. I wanted to say Norman. Norrin Rad. A lot of the time you see, which happened in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, he turned on Galactus.
Yeah.
But I think it's for a different reason than
because it's through like falling in love with humanity through Sue and all this stuff. Hers is much different.
It's mainly motivated by why she became Silver Surfer and like her understanding Johnny's side.
Exactly.
And like she empathized with the family, but she could care less about everybody else. It kind of seemed like.
Yeah.
But she then came around and was like, and understood what she was doing.
Yeah. And they didn't just reverse it to make it where like, oh, she falls in love with humanity through Johnny. Yeah. No, it was more like Johnny made her see why she has to make the sacrifice.
They necessitated it being Shallow Ball. Yeah. And I'm not a lot of the time I don't have a problem with like the gender swapping, especially in characters like that.
Yeah.
Unless it is a big deal
to their character.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal when it's like, like making Invisible Woman the head of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that just the dynamic just doesn't work with it.
Yeah.
And like when it a lot of time it breaks stuff down, and there's a reason.
Yeah. Or making Black Widow a guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That doesn't
right.
Make sense.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Is there anything more you want to talk about the ending? We need to talk about Franklin and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't have a huge problem with that. With like, they over and over and over again said like this is literally a divine being.
Yes, and I went into this. Being. I went into this movie knowing he's like literally God in the comics.
Yeah,
like he has been told and told again in the comics, like you will exist after this universe is done and away with. Like he is like literally a god, and it's crazy.
Yeah. And in the comics, being the motivation for Galactus.
Yeah,
it worked. It really worked. I really understood why Galactus would want this child.
I'm saying this right now. Franklin will be the linchpin within Doomsday and Secret Wars. He will be the reason everything happens.
Okay.
Like I just 100%.
Yeah, especially with
Doom, with Galactus, like with who Franklin is and who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think getting back, the whole scene of Invisible Woman pushing Galactus back and like, it's strung out. Cut it in half. Like it would have been so much better.
It would have been so much better. And you would not have the like just it would have made so much more sense.
I think it's decently motivated. Like her death is decently motivated with the like she's straining for this long.
Yeah.
And like going beyond anything she knew she could ever do.
And this is like another point where I'm like Pedro Pascal just acted so well. Where he's yelling at her, "Stop! Do not do this!"
Yeah.
Like he's pleading with her.
Yeah.
And she's ready to sacrifice herself to get her child back.
Yes, you have that whole scene, and we talked about that. But then you get to her death.
Yeah.
And like you said, I was convinced she was dead.
Yeah.
Now the moment like the moment Franklin was like crying, I was like, oh, he's gonna bring her back to life.
Yeah.
But I was convinced for a few seconds there that she was dead. I was like, wow.
And that was
crazy.
enough. That was enough.
Yeah.
To feel the pain of Mr. Fantastic and her death.
I think the thing is like the whole like bringing her back to like the whole like coughing and like the your hand twitching.
I don't think she acted that amazingly.
It's a trope, and like I think that hurts it, but it was motivated. I do believe with Franklin being who Franklin is.
Yeah,
like literally, like I keep saying, he is like a god.
That moment when Galactus tells him who he is.
Yeah.
Oh my! That gave me chills when I watched it, because them being like he's normal, and like them like her being able to see into her belly and everything, and seeing that whole thing, it just was, and then for them to be devastated by the fact that he's just like he is like them.
Yeah.
And then, but then as it's like expanded upon, it's like he's more than us. He's the reason Galactus wants this world.
Yeah.
And that was really, they did a really good job with that.
Is there anything more you want to add on
that? No, I think that the ending, I think this movie was very well done. I alluded to this earlier. The only reason I have Superman at a 9 above this is because of the impact it's had on me personally. Like the idea of hope and all that stuff, and the fact that they were able to take these political things and not make it so heavy-handed in Superman, and like do all these wonderful things that created a great story. Now, I did with Superman, on my second watch, I did understand the fast-paced. Like, it moved fast, and I felt it. But and that's where like kind of the switch with like Fantastic Four was. It was really nice for it not to be so fast-paced.
Yeah. I think it's.
But then again, the structure at the end kind of falls apart, and
they're very different.
Yeah.
Like Superman is.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the props. Go ahead. I want to talk about.
Has a lot more action. Like this movie really has no action, and I am fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
give me 6 scenes like the chase scene.
Yeah,
like that wasn't action. Like except for like the Silver Surfer scenes.
Yeah.
But that was just a chase sequence, and it was so cool. Like, give me stuff like that. That's awesome. I totally forgot the props. Okay, the 60s futuristic vibe. I clicked with it so much. Like when Johnny was putting in the what's it called? Record player.
The record player.
And like that was really cool. Like there's these gold plates or whatever that he's doing this on. And then the other point where I was like, dude, they were so creative was when Herbie, when he's like a VHS tape for going to space.
Yeah,
I was that's so cool. Yeah. Like he's a robot that can do anything.
They did a lot of unique things.
But it was like this VHS tape that they put in him. Like, obviously I'm not old enough to really know, like to be in the culture of VHS tapes. But that was just a cool little thing that just, I believed that this stuff could exist in this universe.
Right.
Everything felt so natural.
Yeah.
And like just casually, Mr. Fantastic solves teleportation.
Yeah. Yeah.
like that's just cool.
Bro, when that happened, that was when I was like, oh, okay, so this is literally leading to Secret Wars. Now that's not how Secret Wars works.
Okay.
But I was like, is this how they're gonna do it? Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah. And I think again, like that's where let's get into this conversation about Franklin and Doom and the implications this movie has on the MCU. Let's see here. We talked about Galactus being a Nexus being. I think that has implications on. I think we're gonna see him again. I really do.
Like, especially with the idea of he teleported millions of miles away.
I mean, let's talk about the end credit scene because that's you see Doom talking to Franklin. Franklin is this insanely powerful being that like there's been multiple times of like people wanting to take his power, um, and there was a like the most recent he's come out of this, but there was like where Franklin like put a mental block on himself other than like 1 day a year, like he didn't even know he had these powers. And that just kind of shows like how powerful he really was.
Yeah.
And like each like one of those days, he like saves humanity because like he can just like he literally can change existence. He can create and destroy existence.
That's crazy.
Like
so he's like the Watchman.
Yeah, that's literally that's exactly.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like it's clear. Doom wants his power.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Galactus wanted. Galactus wanted him to free him of this affliction or whatever he had.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why I say Franklin is the linchpin of the MCU going forward. I think the where I want to start off, Doom is the ruler of Latveria, and he or like whoever the representative wasn't there. I'm assuming it'd probably be Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Do we think this Doctor Doom is from this universe or is from another universe?
Okay, my thought is, I think he's from this universe, and he's gonna exploit Richard in being able to get to other universes.
And I think
this is RDJ.
I mean, and that's the interesting thing. Is Doctor Doom like a Nexus being? Like, is he to that point towards like? Because I know Kang. The definition of Nexus being in the comics and in this is different. I've heard it. Like Nexus being in the comics as like somebody that can, like Franklin is a Nexus being in the comics, where like he has insane implications on the universe itself and like the timeline. But there's still multiples of them.
Okay.
But here it's more of like I heard somebody call it an absolute being or whatever, where it's like there's only one of them.
Okay. Which Kate wouldn't be that bad.
Right, exactly. So like I wonder if they're with them introducing this gimmick, I'm wondering if Doom is going to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think more likely part of me wonders if this isn't RDJ. If we're gonna see like a Doom War, or this Reed Richards is going to be brought into an Illuminati type position, or
okay, because for me the only reason that I think he's exploiting Richard is because of the end credit scene of Thunderbolts, because it doesn't make much sense to me unless that is Doom who stole their ship and used Franklin to get to other universes.
Yeah, that could be really interesting.
And so now like the Fantastic Four has to figure out how to get Franklin. Yeah. And maybe it is the Fantastic Four.
Because that's what a lot of people say Doomsday is going to be. It is going to be the Fantastic Four trying to get Franklin back.
Yeah.
And Doom is just like messing things up.
Yeah. And, and this kind of plays into like how well the movie was made. It was such a smart decision to not show us his face. And to just see him holding his mask.
Because it's like, is this RDJ Doom?
Like, that's the question.
Is it going to be a Kang thing? Where it's
I hope it's not.
They all look the same?
I really, really hope that it's not like this Doom War or anything.
Low-key, I think it'd be so funny if it's like RDJ is in like for like 5 minutes and he just dies and it's just somebody else. I would look to be so fine with that. I would be so fine with that.
Yeah, because I really do feel like they're gonna do the thing where it's like it's RDJ and then he's from this universe. He goes to the current universe and it's like and it's gonna be Spider-Man seeing him and like gonna have that emotional moment. And I'm not really looking forward to that.
I think, but it is. I think they've made it clear that it is just it's not Tony Stark. Like
yeah, but it's this. It's not Tony Stark, but he looks like.
But I feel like if it's not Tony Stark, I feel like that's really weird if they play it. It's like this meta, like, oh, he looks like Tony Stark. It's Robert Downey Jr. I feel like that'd be weird.
Yeah, and that's why I really hope they don't do that.
Yeah,
like, I really hope they don't do that.
But I feel like it doesn't necessitate that they have to. Like he can be like they can just not be the same person.
Yeah, exactly. And like what? Honestly, my favorite thing about Doom is the fact that his face is so mysterious.
Yeah.
So I really hope we only see like 5 seconds of RDJ as Doomsday because I want him in the mask.
You know what I think? Would be really interesting is in a lot of there's like in the Ultimate Universe right now in the comics, Doom is not a bad guy. He's part of the Ultimates. He's part of the Avengers team. But he always kind of has that like mysterious like is he going to be bad?
Yeah.
Like that would be an interesting way to go. I don't know if they're going to do that. The name of it is Doomsday.
Yeah.
But it could be really interesting.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, because really, like with the idea of Doomsday, I think it's literally going to be the Thunderbolts see this ship, and if it's Doom on it, it's literally going to be Doom lands on Earth and just it creates havoc.
Yeah.
Now, the motivation for why he does this, I think, it's really cool that we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be so vital in understanding in like storytelling for Doomsday, like us getting to understand why Doom is doing what he's doing will be really cool. And we don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah. And
like everything unfolding that way. They did a great job of not giving us too much and keeping it mysterious.
Yes. There's a million questions that will get answered in Doomsday and but yeah, like we said, like this movie was a consumer and that was great.
Now the fact that we can sit here for another 10 minutes
is
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's the draw of the MCU, and I love that.
Bro, I want to see the Maker in the MCU so bad. You know who the Maker is?
You've told me a little bit about him. I just don't know.
So the Maker is the Ultimate Universe, the old Ultimate Universe with Richards. And he turns into this bad guy that is like, he's this multiverse hopping. His name is the Maker. He's kind of like a god. Now he's not to the point like Franklin where he can like create and destroy existence, but like he is just like so much smarter than like a normal Reed Richards. Like he is such a cool character.
Dude, that would be so cool to make this Reed Richards the Maker. Oh my gosh! If it's like Doom from this universe uses Franklin to kill Sue, Ben, and Johnny, and like he's left alive, and he goes to this universe, and he just goes. That would be really cool.
There's some awesome stuff happening in the Ultimate Universe right now in the comics.
Yeah.
That I've been reading through it. I've been mostly keeping up with Ultimate Spider-Man. So much fun. The Ultimates is really good.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Black Panther one is kind of interesting. The X-Men one is really cool. It's very manga inspired. It's nice. Peach Momoko. She's Japanese. She's this artist. It's that one's really good. It's like X-Men but in Japan. It's kind of cool.
That's cool.
And then there's some new ones that I haven't read yet. I'm excited. And like Miles Morales is originally a Ultimate Universe Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But then he's the only person, except from the Maker. They were the two that survived that and then went into the 616 universe. And so you see at the beginning of this Ultimate series, the Maker goes to Miles Morales and asks him if he wants to help him like create this new universe. He's like, you're from the same place I am, and Miles Morales was like, no, I'm fine. Like I'm good here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I'm really enjoying. Like I'm excited to learn more about the Maker. It'd be so cool to see him on the big screen. He's one of the coolest looking characters ever with his mask. It's so cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any more thoughts about like the implications of Doom and all that?
I think this movie made me less anxious about Doomsday.
That's one of my questions is like first of all, does this make you more hopeful for the future of the MCU?
For sure. Like, if they're starting to get back to this level of quality, I'm excited.
Are you more hopeful for the future of Marvel or for the future of DC?
Oh, right. I probably am gonna say DC, just because I haven't got to see my favorite characters done well. Like Flash is one of my favorite characters, specifically Wally West. I am begging and hoping that James Gunn decides to do Wally West instead of Barry Allen. I am tired of Barry Allen Flash. He's a good character, but that's all we get to see. Besides, like, if you don't watch the animated stuff or the comics, you know nothing about Wally West except he's the black guy in The Flash. But no, he is literally the fastest human alive. The feats that he has are insane. Like, I really hope we get to see Wally West, the Flash. He is the coolest looking Flash. Like he is the silver logo, and then like he has ginger hair, so his hair is open, and he has the silver ears. Yeah, like dude, and then he has blue lightning. He's the coolest looking.
Well, the Flash has some like Reverse Flash.
But that's the other point is like if we don't have Barry Allen, we don't have Reverse Flash. So although that's not true, you see Reverse Flash in the Justice League, and and that's Wally West. Yeah. So they can do it that way. He just won't be as big of a hater as Lex Luthor, which he's notorious for. Yeah. But I love, and I want to see Batman again. Like
I'm so excited to see, because I think this is 100% going to be much of a different vibe than
the Batman.
Yeah, than the Batman. It's going to be, it's the brave and the bold. I'm honestly expecting kind of like a 60s like gray suit Superman.
Gray and blue suit is gonna go so hard.
Yeah, that's
like
kind
of that's like everyone is trying to do the whole thing of the Batman and David Cornsweet Superman. And it's fine.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
But them announcing the Brave and the Bold completely makes me not believe that they're gonna go that route.
It can't be Robert Pattinson. No. I just it's just such a different Batman.
Yeah, and that's fine.
100%.
And I'm excited for Supergirl. They're gonna adapt one of the best.
I'm so excited for Supergirl. Genuinely.
Seeing Clayface, that's gonna be sick. Seeing Lanterns, I haven't seen. I don't know. Did you watch the animated Lanterns show that they did? It was so cool. Yeah. Seeing all of the different Lantern Corps and all that stuff. I'm so excited about seeing that again. I really hope they do the Lantern show well. I mean, we get to see the Lanterns done right. Just a little bit we got of Guy Gardner. So cool. Yeah. What else? I mean, I didn't watch Peacemaker. I might need to go back and watch it.
I watched the first episode last night.
It's insane.
I wasn't really impressed. It's insane, but I wasn't really impressed.
And it got critical reviews, and I'm sure it's good. It's probably not just my cup of tea. But I'm excited. I'm so happy they have a plan. Oh my gosh, so happy.
Yeah, for real. I'm excited to see where DC goes. I think, right now, because of Superman, I'm just like, man, I love that movie so much. I'm so excited to see more of him specifically. And I think Millie Alcock, is that her name? That's a Supergirl.
Oh,
her name. It's Millie something. Yeah, Millie. Yeah,
I don't know names very well. I'm not into pop culture.
Yeah, but Supergirl. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah,
and I think Spider-Man 4 is the next one we're getting for MCU.
Yes,
which I'm super excited about. I'm pretty low on the Spider-Man trilogy in the MCU.
Yeah.
I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I love Homecoming. I think Far From Home is absolutely dog. And I'm just not high on No Way Home.
No. See, I've heard so many people like love No Way Home, and it's amazing. It is a very it's a movie that was a great experience, but I cannot rewatch that movie. Like I've watched it 3 times, and I don't want to watch it again.
The last time I watched it, I literally like was occupied until the last 30 minutes. I was like, "Oh, this is fun." Like I just didn't care. I don't care about the first 2 hours at all.
And all you care about is seeing Andrew and Toby.
And it's like that's kind of cheap.
Yeah. And so it's whatever. And I was given a lot of hope at the end by the new suit. I hate the contract that they have that another MCU character has to be in his movie.
Really?
We're getting Hulk. And
is that what it is?
Yeah. In every single Spider-Man movie, there's been one of the past MCU characters. Like you had Iron Man, you had Nick Fury. Who was it? You had Doctor Strange in No Way Home. That's their contract. And then the contract on Sony's side is whatever character they use in their universe, they can't use them. And so we don't have Kraven, we don't have Venom, we don't have Morbius, who could have been a cool character to have. Like, I don't know. I think the whole Spider-Man rights thing just makes me so upset.
Yeah.
Because
I just don't see them ever getting those rights back.
Spider-Verse is a spectacle.
Yeah.
It would not have been as good. It would not have been as lucrative if it was not Spider-Man.
It would not be worth. Like now, the Spider-Man rights are probably so expensive.
Yeah.
Like
especially with Spider-Verse.
I just can't imagine how much it would be.
Yeah. And like they're not gonna get rid of that character. They have no reason to.
The amount of money that Disney would have to offer is just astronomical.
Yeah. And they've been losing money. So.
Yeah.
So, and that makes me sad. Like I think Hulk could be it could be interesting, but I want just a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Like I just really want that, and we're just never gonna get that. And it makes me so sad.
Because from now on, the Spider-Man will probably forever be in the MCU.
And they're gonna milk that big.
Yeah, I mean it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go watch Brand New Day.
Yeah,
like
forever.
Like as much as I'm upset about it, I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think my expectations are probably low for these because I haven't liked very many of them. But yeah.
But this is not to say that I'm not excited about the future of MCU. Like
we've had a lot of bangers.
Guardians 3 was awesome. Thunderbolts was really good. This movie was really good.
The Marvels was fine.
Marvels was fine.
I don't think it was.
Brand New Day was a big letdown. Or what did I say?
Brand New Day is the name.
Yeah. Brave New World. My bad.
Yeah. I think Brave New World is honestly probably lower than the Marvels for me, but it's fine.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I was so excited going into Brave New World because the trailers looked so cool. I was like, this is gonna be the coolest movie ever. But they just
I think I don't like change. So like seeing another person being Captain America.
For me it wasn't even that. It was just like he didn't act well. But
I think that was one that is like it didn't feel like people cared about that movie. No.
Like the fight scenes with that dog crap.
Yeah.
And like the only good fight scene was the fight scene at the end with Hulk. And then it's like they could have done stuff much better than what they did. So it is what it is, and I am excited to see, especially because this movie made me so excited about what they're doing. And I love the dynamic, the different Avengers team. And because of Thunderbolts, like that whole thing's gonna be really fun to explore. So all that is very exciting. I am just so excited to see some of my favorite characters adapted in DC.
Yeah, for real. Like,
and I know it's hard to do super speed.
Yeah.
But man, seeing the Flash would be so sick.
Bro, I hope so bad we get a awesome Superman Batman relationship.
Yes.
Like, please,
yes.
Please.
Like that reel that I sent you,
dude. I was like,
oh chills, dude. Yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
We've just never seen that. So fun episode.
Yeah. You've exhausted us today. Yeah, go watch Fantastic Four. If you watched all the way to the end.
The other day, just a little side, I was talking about Superman, and I said to some of my friends from Arizona, I was like, go support Superman, like it's great, and they laughed at me, like they're like this $1 billion company, like go support. I was like, yes, like genuinely less, like this is the type of movie that we want to see.
Yes, and it's not just about supporting the $1 billion. It's about supporting our theaters.
Yeah, that too. Like 100%.
100%.
So, yeah. Good episode. Hopefully, I have no idea what we're doing next. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we don't have. I mean, we'll probably do a Tron.
Yeah, Tron. The Odyssey comes out next year. We'll definitely do an episode on that.
Yeah.
Man, what else does come out?
I think this year's tapped out a little bit.
I think it is a lot. I think I'm just definitely super excited for Tron.
Yeah, Tron's gonna be sick.
We should watch Tron Legacy.
Yes.
And then
yeah,
do them both. But
yes,
yeah, I don't know what else comes out, but we'll definitely we got to figure out what we're doing next.
Yeah, this guy hasn't seen the Odyssey trailer,
bro. I'm actually gonna drive 45 minutes to go watch it and then leave.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Thank you guys for listening. We love you. Bye.
See you guys.